Um, and again, this is about what we're currently going through. This solar eclipse energy is intense. And as I was sharing in the previous video, which I've deleted, it is all about this energy is like overwhelming for me. There's so much because we have to shed what is no longer working for us. It's about stepping into the new you. We, Darnelle and I, are both shedding our um, playing small.
Yes,
I'm
small.
speaking for me. Yes. By doing this, trying to go live on both channels, and unfortunately it didn't work today, we are at least trying.
Yes, exactly.
We're putting ourselves out there the best we can. We're being authentic to ourselves, which to me is like the best, the utmost beautiful way of self-love is being willing to go out there, even though we're not in perfect.
Yes, exactly. I love that you said that, Emily, because it's sometimes, we think like things have to be perfect, right? Like things need to be A plus all the time. And when you're growing, things are not going to be A plus. I mean, you may do B minus work, right? As an
Or
example, just
D minus.
or you're right. Like the thing is that we're trying, right? We're trying new things. We want to advance ourselves individually and we want to advance our platform. And so we're thinking of creative ways to really utilize the resources and the tools that are available to us. However, sometimes they don't always work out like when we want them to, right? Because we're learning as we're going. And so,
Yes.
that's for all of us. Like we're all on a journey of learning and evolving. And so while you're in the midst of it, it may not be perfect. You may have to, start from ground zero and have some bumps along the way and to learn through some of the challenges, right? Of like for us, as an example, like Emily was speaking about today with the technology, right? So, and we're so grateful for our audience and for our community and being patient with us as we learn through, optimizing the best version of, delivering this content to you guys, right? Because we want to continue to give in a way that will serve you. And then make it more streamlined for us as well. So, thank you for your patience through this. We know that it's going to do nothing but get better, right?
Yeah,
Because we're setting the intention and we want to be able to give in a way that feels like it's authentic. So thank you.
absolutely. Yes. So, okay, let's go back into this solar eclipse energy. It kicked my booty. I seriously had to check out for the
Mhm.
last week. I have been like overwhelmed, exhausted, anxious, dizzy, like cannot function and showing up minimally because
Yes,
I couldn't, which is for me a beautiful thing of knowing like last Thursday, I was in bed almost all day long.
yes.
I couldn't get out of bed. And for me to do that, that self care is really hard. This is the new Emily. The old Emily would have just pushed through it.
Mhm.
Wasn't honored that she was exhausted.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about you and these and what you've experienced with these energies.
Yeah, thank you, Emily, for asking. For me, it's been feeling really heavy. Like I feel other people's emotions and what they're going through, and I have to remember to, protect myself in a way where I'm not absorbing it, but still being present for those who may need me, right? As an example, and also grounding myself, right? I think it's important that I stay grounded in making sure that I'm not feeling like just out of this world because sometimes I feel anxious and it just feels overwhelming. And so, the things that I do to ground myself is to meditate, visualize myself as a tree where my roots are going down to Mother Earth, but then I'm also eating food that makes me feel more grounded versus, typically we'll have smoothies for breakfast and we'll have a salad for lunch and then a light dinner, but that is not making me feel grounded. So like this weekend we indulged in like some pizza and ate some real what I would say grounding type foods to keep us balanced and feel more like we're connected to our existence and where we are today. Just so that I'm not we're not feeling like we're just all over the place. So Just in listening to your body and what it needs, I think is really key. Is tapping into, like you said, Emily, for you, you needed rest, right? So you needed to recharge, take some downtime, pour into yourself, rest. And for myself, I needed to feel more grounded, resting, watching things like movies that brought us joy, where we're laughing and not feeling so serious about things. And so it was really important that we just fully immersed ourselves into the moment of feeling like we needed to take care of ourselves the best way we thought we needed to, and what our bodies were telling us that needed to be done.
I love that you talked about eating food that made you feel grounded because I find like I try to eat high vibe food all the time. Like
Mhm.
that's my thing. I love eating clean. I love eating healthy. I love like
Yes.
lots of greens, lots of colors. But yes, I found myself this weekend having to eat pizza too.
Right.
Like I need something to make me feel like I'm in my body. And
Yes.
it's so weird how the low vibe foods helps us get grounded.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
it doesn't make sense to me how that would happen, but that's like what I was craving.
Yeah. Sometimes we forget, like, while we're on this, what I would say, this journey of evolution, like, we feel like we're, evolving, and we feel like we're constantly in our minds, but our bodies are still in a physical form. So we have to listen to the body. We have to give the body what it specifically needs. And so, like, typically, eating healthy like we do, like you and I do, oftentimes, Emily, but our body is saying, I need more grounding, more foods that are still nourishing, but give me more weight, right? So, like, smoothies and salads are light, healthy, what I would say, light foods, but then, like, the pizza is so much more grounding, right?
Mhm.
Um, so just really being in tune, and that's the main thing. Is like not feeling, not feeling overwhelmed in a way where you're judging yourself about what you're eating, right? But just listening to your body in the moment where it's telling you specifically, like, I need to, step into a version of me that's going to make me feel whole. And if that's, eating something that you typically wouldn't eat on a day to day, then honor what your body is saying in those moments. And then when you've gotten the nourishment that you need in that moment, then you can go back to, of course, eating once your body feels like it's gotten what it needed.
Yeah, it's so good. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I was like, I'm like indulging this week. I felt a bit guilty. I'm like, today I'm back onto my high vibe
Yes.
food, but I feel so much more grounded and rested. Like I can
Yes.
handle it, whereas before I couldn't. This last week was so intense. So this solar eclipse, it's all about new beginnings. It's about starting something new, a fresh start. It's like a cosmic reset button for each and
Hmm.
every single one of us. Um, those of us that are maybe a little bit more connected to the spiritual realm, we are feeling it. We are
Yes.
100% or have felt it, this
Yes.
intense energy. And we are being pushed to really get out of our comfort zone, release and shed all the old ways that have been holding us back
Yes.
and step into the new. So it's a time to really, truly get a little bit uncomfortable with
Hmm.
who you want to become. We
Yes.
talked about this last week in our class, our free mastermind class, which is still alive. It's still available for one more day. So if anybody wants to watch it and they didn't get a chance, it was pretty amazing what we discussed in this class. But it was you talked about stepping into your future self
Yes.
and
Yes.
fully embodying her.
Yes. So when you think about, like, the version of you that you are becoming or want to become, right? Doing the things that's really going to help you get there is like those micro steps for some people, like myself. And I know Emily and I talked about this. Like, for me, I need micro movements to help me feel like I'm progressing towards my journey of my future self. Whereas for you, you just bulldoze through the fear, right? And just go towards it, which everybody's style is different. And your style is amazing, and my style is amazing, and people will resonate with both our styles depending on how they function in their lives. But just being very clear on who you want to be and who your future self is. I actually over the weekend did an amazing exercise that I do quite often where I create vision boards, and I did that for myself because with the spring, spring is like the new year for me. That's when everything's blooming and all the animals and the insects are coming out of hibernation and all the things that make you feel very, would I say, new and fresh and alive. And so spring is like the new year for me. So I consider, March like the new year, so the spring equinox that comes through. And so I set my intention on what I want to manifest in the next 12 months through my vision board, right? And it's a daily reminder. I have it here in my office where I'm reflecting on it every single day. And so that my subconscious not only sees it, but also remembers the energy that I put into it and the affirmations that I created to help me to get to the next thing. It's a constant reminder, a daily reminder. I even took a picture on my phone so when I'm not in my office, I can see it, to remind myself that I'm going towards my goals and writing them down and reminding myself every day that these are the things that I said I'm going to do in the next 12 months. And so how do we, create the actions to get me to that next thing, right? So,
So good.
yeah, it was and it made me feel like joy and happiness, and I
Hmm.
felt, childlike every time I do a vision board. It just takes me back to my childhood where I just feel love and happiness in the moment. And so I want to offer that to anyone who's, maybe feeling like, oh, it's too late. It's never too late to create yourself a vision board for your life and where you are and whatever you're trying to achieve, so that it's a visual and a daily reminder for you to continue to go towards your goals.
You know, and the energy of this eclipse is actually going to help propel us and support us in stepping into those goals and that future self of what you want for the
Yes.
next 6 months. So it's not too late. Yes, it happened on the 29th this month, which was Saturday, where in the northern hemisphere, or not in the western hemisphere. Uh,
Yes.
is that right? Am I
Yes.
right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I get
Yeah.
confused sometimes. So yes, to take the time to do the vision board, or do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to really fully embody who it is that you want to be. For me, what happened to me this weekend was, again, I was going through some dizzy spells and a lot of overwhelm that my guides were directing me to go into deep healing. So I was in deep
Mhm.
healing with my past lives and my parallel lives and things that have been holding me back. And
Mhm.
I had some hidden truths revealed to me that kind of
Wow.
shocked me. And I was not prepared for, but I was like totally willing to um,
Face them.
receive. And what was
Yes.
that? What did you say?
Face them head on. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And so
Mhm.
it was actually such a beautiful thing. And that's part of these eclipse energies, is that
Mhm.
they, like, the sun is being blocked so hidden truths can shine through.
Yes.
And
I
that's
love
exactly
that.
what I experienced. And so you may have some realization, some insight that you didn't weren't necessarily aware of, even though it was right in front of you all along. Know
Mhm.
that that is this energy, and it's being revealed because there's a deep healing within you that is ready to be healed and
Yes.
exposed.
Yes.
So,
I love that, Emily. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that you had that foresight and to be able to fully embrace that, because I know it sometimes cannot be easy, right? It sometimes it's not as easy to face the things that are hidden, right? And to really just honor your journey of healing. So kudos to you for really allowing yourself to be able to see who you are even when things are hidden, and to heal, relationships or past or karma, right?
oh,
Like,
karma, that was a
yes,
big one for me.
yes,
A lot of karma was coming up. We had this conversation earlier
yes,
about karma.
yes. So,
Karmic debts. I was revealed some debts that I had to pay, and I didn't realize that
yes.
what I had
Like,
done in past lives.
right. Sometimes you feel like you've healed something, right? Like, so you might be in a moment of, oh, I thought I healed through that, but then it shows back up, right? Because
Right.
there's parts of it that still needs addressing, right? So I look at karma sometimes as multi-level, right? So you may have healed level one, but then there's new things that could show up, right? And so you kind of have to look deeper, which like this eclipse allows you to do, is to look a little deeper into those karmic, blueprints or programs that we have with ourselves and with others to say, okay, I know I healed level one. Now, what's going on at level two and what's going on at level three, and how do I heal those? And sometimes you can do it. And I know, Emily, you and I talked about this. Sometimes you can do it now in this lifetime, in this physical form. But then also you can ask your higher self, and say for example, if it's a karmic relationship with someone else, and you can ask their higher self to connect and then heal it from that higher self level, right? So allowing your higher selves and their higher selves to heal through the karma so that you can be clear of it and send each other love, intentional love back and forth so that you can move on from whatever the karmic, programming that was connecting you together in the first place.
Yep. I did a lot of love, sending love and healing this weekend. And I think too, for me, like you're talking about these different layers of being able
Mhm.
to realize it, the first layer was I was still a victim. I wasn't
Mhm.
ready to receive or take responsibility for what I had done in a past life.
Yes.
And now today I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not a victim anymore and I'm okay. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily a good person in a past life. We
Mm.
all haven't been. We've all
Right.
played every different position,
Yes.
good, bad, indifferent. We've
Yes.
all been there because we want to grow and experience it. So, um, yeah, so that was part of it for me and that's why it was revealed because I'm at a place of my spiritual awakening that I'm okay to take on this next layer.
Yes. I love that. Yes.
Yeah. So,
And like you were saying, like we will sometimes recognize the roles that we've played in each other's lives in previous lives, right? And the karmic debt that we have with each other. And so being able, like you said, to really, unpack those layers, to really see it for what it is and to send unconditional love, right? So that we can resolve that karmic debt and so that we can evolve and move on to the next level for both parties, right? So I love
absolutely.
that you had that insight and visibility into that.
Yeah. So if anybody watched my or excuse me, not mine, our masterclass last week, it's more of an activation, I
Yes.
think. It was an activation. It's still again, it's live on YouTube up until tomorrow. But in there I shared a little bit about my marriage and part of the
Mhm.
hidden truths that came through were in regards to that marriage. So
Mhm.
my ex-husband and I, he's now in the spiritual realm, we went through a major healing over the weekend.
Oh,
And
I love
I am
that.
so grateful for him and the lessons he's taught me. And yeah, it's been good. It's really, really good. So good stuff. I'm very happy. So with this energy, I'm now feeling grounded. I've been holding on to rose quartz to just fill me up with like just a nurturing love that I needed
Yes.
over last week. But I took on this energy head on. I wasn't going to shy away from it because I know it's for the betterment, not only for myself, but those around me, those that I have a direct connection with. And that's ultimately what my heart's desire is to help as many people as we can as we navigate these difficult times. And I know that's your heart too, Darnell.
Yes.
And with that being said, we are launching our 8-week class, The Parallel Shift. I am so excited about this class and it's launching tomorrow. So I'll drop the link in the description below, as well as you will too on this recording. If anybody wants to join us in this, it's going to be amazing. The next 8 weeks are going to be transformative. And it's learning how to navigate this 3D life that we all live in, this dense, dark, heavy, confusing energy, and access the divine to help pave the perfect golden path for each and every one of us. We are all have our unique paths moving forward. And so trusting the divine to guide us on the next step that we need to take and learning how to access that and move fearlessly in this realm that we are currently living in, because each of us came here with a purpose. Each of us came here not knowing how massive of a purpose we have, or how maybe some it's small, but that ripple effect is massive. Not knowing who we are on a soul level. We don't have that remembrance. But when we can tap into it and reconnect with it, you realize how powerful you are. You realize how fearless and unstoppable you are. And that is our goal, is to help get you to that place that you can navigate this world, your life, with ease, clarity, peace of mind, and divine guidance.
I love that. Yes. Thank you, Emily, for sharing that with our audience. So, yeah, if you feel like you're at a stage in your life where you want more, you want a team of, Emily and myself to help you to get to that next level, please think about joining the mastermind. I mean, it's going to be absolutely amazing, this class that we've curated to not just our experiences, but others' experiences who we've worked with in the past and how they've seen benefit from it. So everybody's welcome. If you feel like drawn or pulled to this, this is your wake up call. This is your calling to step into the next version of yourself. So we welcome you, and we are looking forward to connecting with you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we are at 23 minutes. So I know we like to keep these 15, 20 minutes. So let's, I think we're good to wrap it up. And we will
Yeah.
be live in our class tomorrow, which I'm super excited. So thank
Looking
you
forward to
all.
seeing everyone. Yes.
Yes, and please subscribe to both Darnell's and my YouTube channel. If you have any questions or anything, please ask them. We're here to support you any way we can. Also, anytime we're live, join us. And if we have people that are live joining us, we're happy to do some intuitive readings for you, at least right now. So
Yes.
take advantage of that while you can. So, anything else, Darnell? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just again, I always say at the end of our videos, like, you're not alone. If you feel like you need support, Emily and I are available to you. Feel free to connect with us through our, communication mechanisms, and know that you're not alone on this journey of life.
Bye for now.